Okay, I'm just going to talk you a little bit through some of the things, and I know it's all going to be about Copilot, but it is all about Copilot. There are obviously some other changes in different areas, but the interesting bits for all of us is how they're trying to bring in Copilot, which is Microsoft's generative AI solution into Dynamics or into the sales world. There's sort of two flavors to it. So Copilot in your Dynamics environment, or then Copilot for sales. So just Copilot in your Dynamics environment, which if you currently running Dynamics, you would have seen it, whether it be sales or customer service or indeed field service. And it is included in Sales Enterprise Customer Service in the enterprise level licensing. And it's features that increase and improve incrementally. So some of the things I'll show you said, oh, well, I've seen it before. And yes, you've seen it because it was on pre-release, or yes, you've seen it, but now they've put some more improvements into it. Just to note that some of the features can be disabled and enabled in the back end. So there's things that you don't like, just please tell us and we can tell you about it. But mostly we give it a try and we let the AI learn from our data, because that's the way it works. It needs a lot of information to give you sensible answers back. And of course, when you're starting off, it doesn't always have an enormous amount of data to work with. As you can see, it works within Dynamics sort of flawlessly. It's built to work on standard tables. They're bringing in some custom tables, but also, and I call these listening fields. Sometimes you'll see a summary, summarizing your account or summarizing opportunity. We can tweak some of those things. So there is some configuration and settings that we can do in the back end, and yeah, just let us know what you want to do, and we can either apply to you or ask you to wait till it appears or is available as things progress and change. That's Copilot within Dynamics. This Copilot for Sales is a separately licensed product with additional cost. The sales element here needn't be Dynamics, Microsoft's Dynamics. It could be Salesforce, but of course, being the Microsoft world we're talking about the sales element it integrates with. So it's what it's trying to do is to bring Copilot linking Dynamics Sales or Customer Service with the rest of your Office. And when you buy this license, you also get Copilot for Microsoft 365. Now, Microsoft 365, some of you might have that already. This is where it brings the other products like Word, Excel, Outlook, Teams in. So you've got Copilot sitting there, but the plan is that it then starts talking to Dynamics. And I'll show you a couple of screens that I've captured on that. So things like in Outlook or in Teams, where when you currently in Teams, if you've got the right licensing, you can do recaps, and it can sort of list action points. Well, how would we say that back into Dynamics and link that against your opportunity? That sort of thing we want to see with this license. So that's what this license brings for us. Same with Word and OneNote. When you get the slide deck, there's a little link here to take you to the Copilot for Sales page. Right. So let me show you a couple of things. This is within Dynamics itself. So the one that just appears as part of your Sales Enterprise, Custom Enterprise license. It's called Account 360. And it should be, it's not in general release yet, but it is in preview. So watch the space. You've all seen this little flyout, I think, when you click that little button, flies out, and it gives you a summary of the data. Now, this is where I said we could tweak which of the fields it'll listen out to and report on. But you can see here a chart. So it's just trying to do more clever, more pretty things. And if you don't have any data, no opportunities, it won't show you opportunities. So it's trying to be a little bit intelligent. That's the Account 360 view. Another one that might be of interest is an immersive home page. Now, when we put down a dynamic solution, it's always got the dashboards, and the dashboard is tweaked by us to fit your business. This is Copilot or AI interrogating your data itself, and what changes, what gets used, and then creating you a little dashboard, a clever summary itself. So watch that space. That is only public preview 2025, so I don't think any of you have seen it. So these screenshots come from Microsoft's web pages rather than for real. So the slide panels slide out. I think we've all seen that. And just once again, using that little thing, it slides out. This is an opportunity summary. There's also summary on the timelines. I'm finding them more and more useful, and I'm guessing the customers are starting to see it, bringing in its relevance. So asking relevant questions. And once again, these will increase and improve as you use the system. I've called it email wizardry. There's a couple of things that start popping up, and it should be general availability now. So you might have seen some of these little icons when you're creating an email. If you start typing in text, highlight the text and say, please update my text with a professional wording, long or short, or a friendly tone. And it just changes your text to that, sort of adjusting it. But then also you can ask it to suggest. So if you're in a case and you don't have enough information, you want to send an email to the customer to say, please, can you call me? Click that button, and the idea is it drafts you an email. It'll never ever send an email. Microsoft is quite keen to let you be in control. It's an aid to you as a end user of the system. Right, so those were things that live within natively in Dynamics. The Copilot things, Copilot for Sales was our add-on. And this is where you're collaborating between Dynamics and things like Outlook, Teams, OneNote. Just got a couple of examples here, which I think might be quite nifty. If I start at the bottom, I use OneNote extensively when I make all my notes, but it would be really nice for summaries to be collaborated and pulled back into Dynamics on, say, my opportunity or on my case if I'm working on that. What you'll also find is that in Outlook, where we had a lot of you, if you've got Dynamics at the moment, you can track your emails into Outlook. This is extending it to bring the AI functionality or clever bits back into that flyout, so that sort of replaces the old application or brings in new features in that old application. Teams, that's another one which I did mention before. If you've got a Teams meeting with a summary with action points, yes, save that back to Dynamics on the timeline, but also how about it creating a new opportunity? How about arranging a meeting? How about drafting the email with the send out? So a lot of this is available right now in Office, but it's just now then joining up with Dynamics, which is an exciting feature for us.